Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. So recording this on the 21st of May 2023. Earlier this morning the sun moved into Gemini, so we are now in Gemini season. Happy Gemini season and happy birthday to all you Geminis out there. What was interesting when I looked at the astrology, and I have done an astrology report on my Goddess of Neptune YouTube channel, if it resonates check it out. But what I noticed was at the time of the transit into Gemini, with the sun being 0 degrees, there was a direct opposition between Mars in Leo, because Mars is now in Leo, and Pluto in Aquarius. So now we're in Gemini season, and there is that sort of need to perhaps be curious, look at things from different sides, be curious about investigating what we need to when it comes to our transformation journey and how this all relates to us, on our path. But also, Mars in Leo, that empowerment of the lion spirit within, that courage within to take action, to propel us forward, perhaps some challenging energy because transformation is needed. And this transformation journey or our healing journey may have been bringing up some intense things that we've had to process, which could have challenged our inner authority when it comes to our sovereignty within. So Mars being, certainly for the UK's chart, and again check it out if it resonates, in the first house, opposite Pluto in the 7th. So for us in the UK as a collective, it may just be that, yes, whilst we're feeling more empowered to move forward now that Mars is in Leo, certainly that masculine drive within us wants to propel us forward, maybe relationships with people, places, things, and the transformation of some of those aspects has been difficult to kind of deal with or to accept. And that could explain the challenging energy. But again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check out the astrology overview, because there's also some interesting trines that certainly relate to karmic lessons. So it's on my Goddess of Neptune YouTube channel, links available in the link tree in page bio. So with that being said, I have got some decks here just to take some cards to check in and the energy. And it's so interesting because even though we've moved into air energy now, I've been getting a bit tongue-tied, certainly on the astrology overview. And it's almost like I'm feeling like I need to talk quite fast. So maybe the sun being in Gemini, the moon is in Gemini as well at this particular moment. There is that kind of, surge in communication energy. Maybe we want to express things, especially if we've been going through a lot, and the Ceres energy has been helping support the expansion of all of this for us to express where change is needed. And maybe there's so much that's been coming up, we really want to express it, and it was trying to come out of me quite fast and getting tongue-tied over it. So maybe that's been happening to you out there if it resonates. So let's see what the universal weight deck has, okay, for the sun moving into Gemini. And it happened for us in the UK, it was 8:10 this morning when the sun was at 0 degrees Gemini. And that's what I cover in my astrology overview. Okay, let's see what the universal weight has. Okay, what do we have? What does the collective need to know, please, for their highest good? Thank you. Oh, okay. 3 of Wands. So there may be this feeling of waiting. I often think this card of being waiting for your ships to come in. There's progress to it. Okay, so we'll see what other cards come out. But the 3 of Wands, of course, comes after the 2 of Wands. And the 2 of Wands is about choosing the opportunity, choosing the wand that is best for you. So we've been going through all of this Taurus energy in terms of our worth and values. So choosing something that, we want to go for, and it could be the road less traveled. It could take us out of our comfort zone. And it could mean leaving something behind, because we see, there's like a wand behind, and this person's facing forward. Okay, now I'm ready for my ships to come in. I've made the choice. This is my quest. So there's progress in that. So we'll see what else comes through. And it is, of course, fire energy. Interesting. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, but we may be feeling a bit guarded, certainly when it comes to our security, relating to the heart space. Okay, what else do we have, please, for the collective? Remember also the collective is vast. It's not going to resonate for everybody. Okay, it's based on collective energy. Okay, Ace of Wands. That's very interesting, because that is a new beginning. Aces are new beginnings. And as I was mentioning, it's kind of like choosing the opportunity. So, you know, this person is holding one of the wands, almost like that's my choice. So we need to bear that in mind. We need to bear in mind that the new beginning that the divine wants to offer us from us making that choice wants to come in. And it's facing this Four of Pentacles, you know. So it's being offered to us, but are we open to receive it? Are we open to receive this opportunity? Are we feeling a bit guarded, both in our heart space and our sovereignty, as well as our foundation? Okay, let's see what else we have, please. Thank you. Wow, something has got to come to an end, or maybe something has come to an end, which could be what's making you feel a bit protective over the heart space. It could be a painful ending, maybe a relationship, doesn't have to be, or it could be simply saying that something needs to end. And that could be the cycle of pain or fear. Oh, okay, that one wanted to come out, didn't it? The moon in reverse. So there is a need to trust one's intuition. It's Pisces energy, it's in reverse, it's major arcana. So there is a need to almost feel the fear and do it anyway. It's trusting in the unknown as well, because there's depth to that. There's depth to the moon card. And what came out then, 3 and 1, 3 for the price of 1. So we've got the 8 of Swords, and that came out actually in the card pull I did after my astrology report. It came out, but from a different deck. So we've got the 8 of Swords, we've got Death in reverse, and we've got the Knight of Swords, and that one also came out. So major arcana energy in the middle of those two. That is Pluto, Scorpionic energy. That's about ending a cycle. And it could simply be a cycle of negative self-talk, but it could, of course, be a bigger cycle than that. It's major arcana energy. So this is the deep transformation that Pluto is calling for. And maybe it's just saying that this overthinking has got to stop. This overthinking is getting you tied up, metaphorically speaking, with the blindfold, because it's an illusion. It's the feeling confined by our thoughts. It's that overthinking and what that can do to us. So that's like a visual representation of the overthinking. And this Knight of Swords, fastest knight of the deck, you know, wants to come in. Knights can be messengers as well, and they can represent movement. So here we have the Knight of Swords facing this, okay, and it's almost like with that clarity to move forward of needing to close this out, I can then move forward for further clarity. And we're in Gemini season, we're in air energy, so we don't want to be overthinking. We want to use our thoughts positively to empower us to move forward. But also it's kind of like I am going to really get in touch with what needs to close out, and I am going to face it head on. I'm going to face it head on. So that's what that kind of, you know, face the fear, feel the fear, and do it anyway. This is facing what needs to transform. Because on the bottom, we have the Ace of Pentacles, which is also a new beginning, and it's a stable beginning. Could involve collaboration with others, and it gives the opportunity for rebirth, and that's major arcana energy, but also needing to be that sovereign self of that clarity that's required. Okay, Queen of the Moon. Let's see what the Queen of the Moon says for us to support this reading. Okay, that's very interesting, the one that came out. We have that one as well. Oh yeah, definitely makes sense. on the bottom, the Void in reverse. Okay, so it's coming out of that kind of dark night of the soul and recognizing, okay, I get it, I know what needs to transform, I've got to face it. And what did I say about feeling the fear and doing it anyway? It enables you to then come out of that fear, which is keeping you trapped, because that's very much like that energy. And Patience in reverse is almost like the Knight of Swords, because that's the fastest, that's fast movement towards clarity, and it could be a message that wants to come into you. But it's fast, you know, it's fast movement essentially, and this is Patience in reverse. So yes, there is a need for us to be patient with ourselves because of everything that's coming up for transformation and healing. But also there is this note of saying action is needed when it comes to your healing journey in this particular instance, for those of you it's resonating for. Because at the moment, there's an opportunity that wants to present itself, but you're too guarded to be open to receive it. So that overthinking, you know, needs to come to an end. Needs to come to an end, because we've also got this death card. Let's not resist that. We need to find the clarity and the strength within, okay, to understand what needs to be closed out. And it could simply be because that Swords energy, too much overthinking of pain of the past, and oh my God, that's going to happen to me going forward, and keeping ourselves trapped by those negative thoughts. The divine wants to offer a new stable beginning here. So not only is it a beginning that's going to spark the passion and creativity, but it's also one that's going to be stable. And if I can pick the cards up, you know, that's Pentacle energy, this is Pentacle energy, but there is that guardedness of the heart chakra. So take it how it resonates, okay? Leave what doesn't, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Take care, everybody.